Whoa, that this is a bit too close. Back up a bit. Back up a bit. Yeah. We're going to skip all the intro on that fancy stuff because I'm about to move somewhere far, far away. And my house is a mess. So let's get right into it. A lot of you have asked me to create a tutorial on jazz drums. So 1 year later ish, here it is. The first thing you're going to need is a jazz kit. Um, Find anything with the name jazz in it, I guess. So a jazz drum kit will do the job. Wherever possible, I'm always going to try and use the default plugins of my DAW, which is FL Studio. You can use the default plugins in yours as well. If you don't have a jazz kit, find something that sounds similar. Not bad. It's quite basic, but it'll do the job. Jazz kits are not the only jazz drum kits that there are. There are also some drum kits called brush kits that are actually played with brushes. Those will also do the job, especially for slow jazz. We're just going to go with the standard jazz kit in this case. Okay, now the first thing that you're going to need to do is to select a time signature. Most jazz grooves are played swung, which means they are usually played on a 4/4 groove. So if I were to do this, and then turn up the swing, so if I were to lower the tempo, and move this side stick to the right, sounds like swing jazz, right? But I find this way of using swing in the piano roll to write swing jazz grooves to be kind of restrictive. So I cheat, just like every good music composer slash producer does. I'm going to delete all of this nonsense. And I'm going to set the groove to be 3/4 with 3 8 notes in a count. So let's try that again. I'm just going to do this. And then okay, there we go. But now I'm going to have to double my tempo. It was 97. So here we're going to have to do 2 of that, which would be 194, I guess. So let's go to 194. And there's pretty much our groove. But I don't want it to be this fast. I think a little slow would be nice. That's fine. That's workable. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to have to lay down a kick. Think of EDM music. One kick on every single quarter note. Sounds weird, right? Select your kicks and scale levels. We only want our kick to scale. It's more like it. The next thing we want to do is for these hi-hats that are kind of set apart, we want them to be a little on the loud side. Sorry. No. It's these. These on every odd quarter note. Bum, 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 bum. These. We want them to be a little louder. That sounds weird. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to select all the other notes instead. So all these double notes. And we're going to bring them down. This is an odd sounding drum kit, I'll give you that. But we're gonna make it work anyway. Now, we're actually halfway done, believe it or not. Now we want to insert our snare drum, which is occasionally. Let's improvise, jazz style. You can even do this with the side stick. That's a basic way to start. But here's the thing, if you were to do this continuously, it wouldn't sound so nice because it's kind of repetitive. So the idea is to be a little spontaneous, a little bit more random. Let's examine that over a repetition of 4 times. We'll move everything to the snare where we can be a little bit more expressive. Maybe remove the kicks over here. The first snare should be a bit louder always. Right, we have something going. Let's examine grooves with toms now. So we're going to keep the pattern the same. Maybe here. So jazz kits usually have just one rack tom and one floor tom. You can have 2 rack toms. Nobody says that that's not allowed, but usually it's just 1 rack tom. This is what a traditional jazz kit sounds like. So yeah, I think I'll go with these. My audio's crackling. Let's keep things at 512. That's more like it. Okay, let's make this sound even more livelier. Now, instead of using rides, which is a more gentler form of jazz, let's make this sound a little bit more, let's get a little bit more spunk. Maybe move everything to the hi-hats. The closed hi-hat to be specific. This sounds odd, right? So the accented note should be on the open hi-hat. So that means this as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna erase all of this and copy this. Yeah. Jazz kit sounds a little weird. I don't even know if I selected jazz kit. Oh, that's hilarious. We were using a normal kit all this while. I'm not comfortable with my snare sounding this deep. So I'd like to tune it a little higher by rotating this. That's more like it. We're going to copy this value. And we're going to paste it. Note. And when you combine these two, you get a lovely, a little bit more of a smack on that first snare note. That's what you call a snare rim shot, when you like whack the rim and the snare of the snare drum at the same time. That sounded a little nasty. I'll be the first to admit it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open another track and we're going to hear how this sounds on something a bit more premium. We're going to load this in Contact. Let's hear how this sounds. Jeez, it even has a look. It's still loading the samples. I like me a shorter snare sound. Now, if you like the old Chet Baker types of jazz, what you could do is like really slow down the tempo. This is his own type of jazz. Drop a trumpet in, I guess. Maybe an acoustic bass. Switch it to pizzicato mode. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you like it, do the thing. If you don't like it, do the other thing. If you have any feedback or if you have any comments or you want to just talk about stuff, sound off in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.